Good morning. Welcome. I'm taking the microphone. Okay, that's working. So Dale and I were having a little discussion yesterday about the theme for this week, and I had two ideas, and now I'm going to betray her and talk about the one I want to, and she'll talk about the one she wants to, and that's okay. So speaking of betrayal, so I actually looked at the German word for betrayal, and I kind of got this a whole bunch of options, and then I came across a word called Betrugsaversion or Betrugsaversion, I guess. You follow me? Does that make sense? Okay. So betrayal aversion, which we don't have in English. I was like, oh, that's exactly actually what I'm going to talk about, which is so interesting. So the concept, the idea, are to put two things that I would never have put together, and that is the following. And I'm not the one that said this. I came across this, and I wish I could tell you where, but I really sat with it and thought about it. That any progress requires betrayal. So for me, that means in order for me to live my life in Germany, which I consider a progressive thing for personal reasons, not because Germany is better than my home country, but for personal reasons, it's a progressive thing, but it requires a massive betrayal of my country. It also requires a betrayal of my family because, I had to leave them. And we are so uncomfortable with betrayal that we would rather not progress. We would rather stay where we are because betraying something is so painful. The bigger the progress, I mean, this is just like universal laws. The bigger the progress, most likely, the greater the betrayal. So I'm going to leave you with that. It's quite a deep thought, and it speaks to a lot of the work that I do and certainly try to bring to this space, usually in 3 minutes, is that we need to learn how to hold complex emotions at the same time. That progress, something like progress and betrayal, can exist and have to exist together. And we don't like that world. We want a world where we get to progress and betray no one. We want to progress and have everything fine. And the world doesn't work like that. And nor should it, and nor actually would you want it to. But that's another topic. So think about what it is that is holding you back, and think about if it's because you're so afraid of betraying someone, something. So every time you learn something, by the way, every time you learn something new, you're betraying the old way of doing it. You're betraying an old idea. Being a woman today in this society and doing anything that goes against our conditioning is a betrayal, a deep betrayal of our fathers, of the patriarchy. So that's like a whole nother layer, So yeah, think about what's holding you back, and then consider if it's your reluctance to accept betrayal into your life, and then welcome it. Welcome betrayal. Maybe I can be the queen of betrayal. What can I go hunting for it? Who can I betray in order to progress, and explore that aspect and welcome it. Betrayal is necessary. It's welcome. It also has a seat at the table like everything else. Okay, so let's start the asana part of the practice. And we start on the hands and knees today. Warming into the spine. As you inhale, arch the back, squeeze the shoulder blades together and look up. And then exhale, round down, contract the navel in towards the back body, the chin into the chest. Inhale, arch up. Exhale, round down. Inhale, arch up. Exhale, round down. So really feeling into the movement, into the feeling, the sensation. Inhale, arch up. Exhale, round down. And then inhale to a neutral spine. Walk your hands forward, tuck your toes under. Exhale, press back down, facing dog. Sit bones way up towards the ceiling. Relax the neck. The gaze is out past the knees. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more breath in. And out. And the inhale, come forward to plank pose, shoulders over the elbows and the wrists. Exhale, bring your knees to the floor, chest and chin to the floor. And then slide the body forward. Come into Sphinx pose, forearms on the floor. Elbows underneath the shoulders, actively pull the chest forward and through. Press the tops of the feet down, lift the kneecaps up and breathe. One more deep inhale. And exhale, forehead to the floor, hands underneath the shoulders, tuck your toes under. Inhale, extend to the elbows into plank pose and press back downward facing dog. Breathe in and breathe out. And keep your hands where they are. Inhale, walk your feet up towards them. Bring your feet behind your hands. Fold forward as you exhale in Uttanasana. The neck is relaxed. Inhale. And exhale. And then soften your knees. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Squeeze your palms together and gently pull your hands over towards the floor. The neck stays relaxed and then gently move or sway from side to side. Feel this into the low back, into maybe the sides of the hips. And then come back to center and exhale, pull your hands a little bit further down towards the floor. Make sure the neck is nice and relaxed. And then gently release your hands to the floor. Soften the knees, tuck the chin, inhale, roll all the way up to stand. Exhale, Tadasana. Bring your toes and heels together and exhale the breath out. Inhale, take your arms up sideways, palms touch, look up at your thumbs. Lift in the chest, exhale, lean back. Inhale back up to center and exhale, fold forward. Hands to the floor on either side of the feet, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen the spine forward, look up. Exhale, step back to plank pose. Inhale, hinge a little bit forward. Chaturanga, exhale. Slowly bend the elbows to 90 degrees. Upward facing dog or cobra as you inhale, look up. Exhale, roll over the toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, extend your right leg back and up behind you. And hold as you exhale, hips are parallel. Look forward. Inhale, step your right foot forward in between your hands. Exhale, left heel to the floor, 45 degrees. Rise up, warrior one. Inhale, palms touch. Look up at your thumbs and exhale, sink down into the front knee. Inhale, bring both hands to the floor. Step your right foot back to plank. And chaturanga, exhale. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Inhale, extend the left leg back and up behind you. Hold as you exhale. Look forward. Inhale, step your left foot forward in between your hands and exhale, right heel to the floor. Warrior one, inhale, rise up, palms touch. Exhale, sink down into the front knee. Inhale, bring both hands to the floor. Left foot back to plank. Try and keep your hips level when you do that. Hinge forward, chaturanga, exhale, or knees, chest, chin. Upward facing dog or cobra as you inhale. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more breath in. And out. Bend your knees, look forward. Inhale, step or jump your feet up in between your hands, folding forward as you exhale. Inhale, come all the way up to stand, reaching the arms up, palms touch, look up at your thumbs. Exhale, Tadasana, hands by your sides. Inhale again, take your arms up sideways, palms touch, look up. Lift in the chest, exhale, lean back. Inhale back to center, ribcage in. Exhale, fall forward, hands to the floor on either side of the feet, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen the spine, forward, look up. Exhale, step back to plank pose. Inhale, hinge forward. See this as a breathing exercise. Chaturanga, exhale slowly. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Inhale, extend your right leg back and up behind you. Hold as you exhale. Inhale, step your right foot forward in between your hands and exhale, left heel to the floor. Warrior one, inhale, rise up, palms touch. Exhale, hold. Inhale, hands to the floor. Right foot back to plank and chaturanga, exhale. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Inhale, left leg back and up behind you. Exhale, hold. Left foot forward, inhale. Exhale, right heel to the floor. Warrior one, inhale, rise up. Hold as you exhale. Inhale, hands to the floor. Left foot back to plank and chaturanga, exhale. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more breath in. And out. At the end of your exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Inhale, step or jump your feet up in between your hands, folding forward as you exhale. Come all the way up to stand. Inhale, reach the arms up, palms touch, look up. Exhale, Tadasana, hands by your sides. Take a moment, breathe in. And breathe out. Separate your feet hip distance apart and then fold forward over your legs. Bring your fingertips to the floor directly underneath your elbows and your shoulders. So the spine is nice and long. It might be that you have to place blocks underneath the hands. It's okay. Or you're on the fingertips. But ultimately trying to extend to the legs. So make it possible for the legs to be straight. And then from here, you're going to inhale, extend your right leg back and up behind you. And hold, just hip height. Strong flex in the right foot. And make sure you're not lifting up your right hip. So bring your right hip down so your hips are nice and parallel. Navel contracting in towards the back body. And the spine is long and elongated. In. And breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. From here, you're going to bend your left knee. And without touching the floor with your right foot, you're going to come up to stand as you hug your right knee into your chest. So inhale, make it slow so that you use your muscles. Find your balance, hugging your right knee into your chest. Exhale the breath out. And then from here, grab a hold of your big toe with your thumb and forefinger of the right hand and exhale left hand to the to your left hip, sorry. Inhale, extend your right leg forward and exhale, hold. So here, you want the left leg to be perfectly straight. If you need to bend a knee, it's going to be the top one. Make sure you're not leaning back, so pull the navel in towards the back body, take a deep inhale breath, and then exhale, take your right foot out to the side. Inhale. Exhale, one. Inhale. Exhale, good. One more breath in and out. Inhale, bring your right foot forward. And exhale, hug your right knee back into your chest. Deep inhale breath. And then exhale, take your right foot all the way back and come into a low lunge. So hands to the floor, right foot all the way back. Inhale, step your left foot back to plank. And chaturanga, exhale. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Bend your knees, look forward. Inhale, step or jump your feet up again in between your hands, folding forward as you exhale. Inhale, come all the way up to stand, reaching the arms up sideways, palms touch, look up. Exhale, Tadasana, hands by your sides. And then again, separate your feet hip distance apart, fold forward over your legs. Same thing with the right leg. Take your right foot all the way back, hip height. Now we're going to come into Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. So open up the right hip, stack it on top of the left one. Left fingertips to the floor, right hand to the right hip. If you have your balance, extend your right arm up towards the ceiling. If you want to experiment more with the balance, look up towards the right thumb. The worst that can happen is that you fall over. Breathe in. Breathe out. 2 more breaths. One more breath. And then exhale, look down at the floor. Inhale, bring your right hand to the floor, drop your right hip. Exhale. From here, you're going to walk your fingertips back, so your fingers in line with the toes of the left foot. Coming into standing splits, extend your right leg all the way back up. Now you can open up the right hip and bring your forehead towards your left shin. Breathe in and out. And then walk your hands all the way back forward. Drop your right hip, bend your left knee, step your right foot back to lunge again. Step your left foot back to plank and chaturanga, exhale. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Take a pause here, breathe in. And breathe out. Bend your knees, look forward. Inhale, step or jump your feet up in between your hands, folding forward as you exhale. Straight legs, flat back. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. Reach the arms up, palms touch. Exhale, Tadasana. Separate your feet hip distance apart again and fold forward over your legs. Spine is long, fingertips to the floor. And now with the left leg, inhale, take it back, hip height, and exhale, hold. Just for a few moments, breathe in. Breathe out, make sure the right leg is straight. Use blocks if you need to. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, transition. Bend your right knee. Come all the way up to stand as you hug your left knee into the chest. Exhale, hold. Grab a hold of the big toe with the thumb and forefinger of the left hand, right hand to the right hip. Exhale, extend the left leg forward. Check that you're not leaning back. So the navel contracts in. Breathe. One more deep inhale. And exhale, take your left foot out to the side. The knee can be bent, that's okay. Standing leg straight. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Yeah, falling over is okay. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, bring your left knee back, your left foot back. And exhale, hug the left knee back into the chest. Transition to a lunge. Inhale, step your left foot back, hands to the floor. Exhale. Inhale, right foot back to plank and chaturanga. Exhale. Upward facing dog. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Hold. Breathe in. And breathe out. Bend your knees. Look forward. Inhale, step or jump your feet up again in between your hands. Folding forward as you exhale. Walk your hands forward. Separate your feet hip distance. Take your left leg back again. And hold. Right hand stands down. Presses down into the floor or your block. And then open up your left hip. So left hip stacks on top of the right one. Open into the hips. Extend your left arm up towards the ceiling. Look towards the left thumb. Inhale. Exhale. 1. Flex the left foot. Hips are open. Chest is open. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more breath in. And out. Inhale, left hand to the floor. Exhale, hold. Walk your hands back so the fingertips line up with the right toes. And exhale, standing splits. Bring your forehead all the way towards the right shin. Your left leg goes as high up towards the sky as you can. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, look forward. Walk your hands forward so spine is long. Drop your left hip. And exhale, left foot joins the right one. Feet hip distance apart. Uttanasana. And then soften the knees, tuck the chin, inhale, roll all the way up to stand. Exhale, Tadasana. Take a moment, breathe in. And breathe out. In the center of your mat, bend your knees, bring your fingertips to the floor. Step your right foot forward, step your left foot forward, seat down. Extend the arms out in front of you and uncurl the spine as you come to lie down on your back. Just take a moment. Bend your knees, place your feet flat on the floor. Feet are hip distance apart so that you can touch your heels with your fingertips. And then inhale, lift the pelvis up. Exhale, interlace your fingers on the mat behind you. Walk your shoulders in towards each other. Puff up your chest towards your chin. Sthiti Bandhasana. Breath is still steady, still there. One more deep inhale. Release your hands and exhale. Bring your seat down to the floor. And then just rest your knees against each other for a moment. And then hug your knees into your chest. Grab the backs of the knees, rock up to sit, and extend your legs out in front of you. And bend your right knee into your chest, right foot to the outside of the left leg. Bend your left knee, left heel to the outside of the right hip. Sit both sit bones flat down on the floor. Prepare for Ardha Matsyendrasana, right hand on the floor behind you. Inhale, extend your left arm up. And exhale, left elbow to the outside of the right knee and make a twist. Look over your right shoulder. Inhale. And exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath in. Long breath out. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, release your hands and switch sides. Left foot flat on the floor, left hand behind you. Inhale, extend the right arm up. Exhale, right elbow to the outside of the left knee. And make a twist, look over your left shoulder. Inhale. Exhale, one. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath in and out. Inhale, look forward. Release your hands and exhale, extend both the legs out in front of you, straight into Paschimottanasana. Sit bones way back and folding forward over both the legs. Make sure you stay nice and flat in the low back, bending your knees if you need to, so that you can really push your chest forward, squeeze the shoulder blades together, chin in line with the sternum, navel contracts in towards the back body, full deep breathing. Stay here for 3 long, deep breaths more. And then inhale, look up. And exhale, come up. Bend both your knees. Place your feet flat on the floor. Bring your hands back behind you, fingers face forward. Press down to the hands and the feet. Lift the seat all the way up. Lengthen to the tailbone and extend the head back. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, tuck chin to chest. Seat to the floor as you exhale. Extend your legs out in front of you. Extend your arms out and come to lie down on your back. Prepare for Viparita Karani. Take a block, place it underneath the sacrum. Extend your legs up towards the ceiling. Palms face up. Eyes are closed. Relax. Normal breathing. And then bend your knees. Feet to the floor, take the block out. Seat down, extend the legs, Mani Shavasana. Everything completely relaxed. Move your fingers, your toes. Stretch into ankles and wrists. Take your arms above your head, stretching it out, fingertip to toe tip. And then relax the whole body. Hug your knees into your chest, roll to your side. Push yourself up to sit. Preparing for the meditation. So this morning, I encourage you to explore a radical idea with me. And that is to accept that sometimes the meditation practice is not just to be calm. It's not that has its value, of course. Stilling the mind, it's like the purpose of meditation. But I feel that we limit ourselves when we only have that as the goal. That there might be very important emotions and feelings that need to be seen and recognized and given space to, that don't fall into the realm of calm. Things like rage, things like anger, things like betrayal. And to give them enough space, but of course we do this through a meditation. I mean, you can, do this through dance and movement and yoga like we just did, but there is value in also just watching that. But so for today, and it might be that other things are present for you, sadness, calm, stillness, joy, happiness, all contentment. So, I can't tell you to feel something that you don't. But just let's give space this morning to acknowledge anything that's there, with the observer mind, which is still. The observer mind is still. But instead, let go of this idea that we need to meditate only to be calm. Sometimes you need to meditate to observe what's there. So close your eyes and rest your hands on your knees. Turn your gaze inward. And just for a few moments, just to quiet the mind a little bit more, bring your attention to your breath. Where you can feel the air going in and out of the nostrils. Not controlling the breath in any way, letting go of everything that I just said. Just bring your attention purely on the sensation caused by air going in and out of the nose. And then let that go. And notice what feelings are present. How are we working with the emotions today? What can you sense? Recognizing that there's the plane of sensation and energy that manifests as sensation in the body, tingling, or there's the emotional plane, which we're working with now, and then there's the mental plane, which is where most of us live. So bring it into the realm of feeling. What can you notice? What's there? It might be that you are experiencing a few things, in which case I encourage you to separate it out, choose one, and follow the energy of one. If it helps, say to yourself, welcome, or say to this feeling, welcome, welcome, welcome. Sit down. What do you have to say? There's nothing to judge. There's nothing to analyze. There's nothing to fix. Everything is welcome. And this is where you get to be creative. You get to take that acknowledged feeling and allow it to move and infuse your actions, your choices, how you move through the day, for as long as it's there, and recognizing that it can change, most likely will change. How can you bring this into the world? What does that look like? With all of your approval. Bring your hands together at your heart center, your chin to your chest. Sincerely acknowledging your effort and thanking yourself. Namaste.